With Martin Luther King Jr. Day just around the corner, a group in Pueblo wasn't needing to wait to keep spreading his message. News 5's Spencer Humphrey tells us why that group says even over half a century after his death, they still take to the streets to remember the late civil rights icon.
Well, the annual Martin Luther King Jr. March wraps up here next to the Martin Luther King Jr. and Emmett Till statue here in Pueblo. They do it on this day each year so people can have a chance to go to the larger statewide march up in Denver. But they also do it to let people know King's message still matters.
We shall overcome.
It's not a new song.
We shall overcome.
It's not a new march. It's not a new message.
Folks, it is 53 years after Dr. King's death.
But relevant? It's still very much that.
We have to come back together as a people and advance.
Pueblo's annual march in remembrance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is just that, an opportunity to remember, to learn.
Like they say, when you forget your history, you're deemed to repeat the mistakes that you made before.
It's a chance to reflect.
Be respectful of your neighbors as you would want to be respected.
To reflect on our discourse.
And sometimes I think this social media kind of thing has just divided us because we're not face to face anymore.
To get together and decide, how do we keep moving forward?
I think our biggest mistake right now is that we don't come together as a people, as an entire people, everyone in the United States to do the things that we need to grow the nation forward, as opposed to pulling back and putting up your guards again.
This message is not a new one.
Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
But that doesn't mean it still doesn't hold just as important of a role.
You have to continue fighting the good fight.
As it did all those years back.
Hand in hand.
Now, among some of the other people who spoke today, we heard from several local NAACP leaders, as well as religious leaders and just community members, and we even heard from the Pueblo police chief. Always watching out for you, Pueblo. Spencer Humphrey, News 5.